Ah. It's a nice fast load. Right. I wanted to do something in the area that I was in last week, right? There was like a Mon I was missing to get to 200. Oh, yay, I screwed up the timer. Always fun. Yeah, we were running around in circles here, if I recall correctly, 'cause it's not a big area. We need to fight a boss. There was something here. Was it the Impmon? Was it the Imp? Questions we must ask ourselves. We can actually always go and check the logs. Yeah, because we ended up getting a new one. Convert. Yeah, there was Impmon. We wanted to get Impmon. Dude. Alright. Come, team. We must beat up imps. Pop quiz. What impish fairy Digimon holds its beloved spear fairy tail? That would be Piximon. I hope. Dude. Oh yeah, we need this guy too. Alright. Easy. Yeah, we haven't done a Pagumon yet either, I don't think. Alright, that's good for the imp. Ah. I say it is mildly just a relaxed day today. Unironically. Just because I got something to do after this, don't want to waste too much energy. I'm sure we'll see more of the little guy. I'm sure of it. Actually, we're starting to get to the area where champions are a lot more common. So it might be more worthwhile to consider other options. Perfect. Especially because this is weak damage. Also, I forgot how huge Metal Greymon is for, like, no reason. Also, damn, we're building cross-combo fast. It would help if I actually fixed the title. Dude. There we go. Whoops, I knew I forgot something. Thankfully I caught it in the first 5 minutes. I'm almost wondering, should I reset for that? Nah. It's fine. It's fine. I may have made an error. It's fine. Metal Greymon OP. Yep. When I'm done here, I gotta pack up the big army and go do some tournament practice. Both looking forward to it, just because I need the practice, but not looking forward to it because I don't wanna. Gotta haul the army box out today, and it's not a particularly nice day for weather. It could result in a short stream if we got low turnout. Big yawns. Pretty sure I slept well. Guess I did get home late. A topaz, eh? Oop. I got it. The answer was Piximon. Gonna say, are the Japanese names for Digimon all also ending in Mon? I need to know. Right. Come on. Just need like one more of that little guy. There he is. Perfect. Overkill. Alright, let's go take on the boss. Or whatever's in this area. I don't even remember why we were here. Alright. Clock. There it is. Our one and only Baku. From the look of it, the kid's program is merged with a wild Digimon. Baku Clockmon. Well, I don't speak that. It's no use trying to reason here. The program's erased whatever traces were left of that Digimon's own sentience. Digimon are easily susceptible to influence from man-made programs. It's one of the reasons why some don't consider them to be autonomous beings with their own sense of will. There's no getting around this one. Just gonna have to knock some sense into it. %. I think that means it's... that means it's alternate? Oh, geez, okay. Well, it was fun. Disappointment. One experience from Dino Diota. Oh. One experience. Okay, now that that's over, download the data and collect what's left of Baku. Once you're done, get out of there and come back to the office. It's hard to believe such a little kid would do a heinous crime like that. I'm still shocked. Heinous, huh? I guess I see where you're coming from. even if he didn't mean any harm by it. What he did certainly broke the law. But that's all in the past now that we've exorcised your account of that little stalker that haunted it. This case is closed now. We'll be holding on to the Baku program in the meantime. If we can tune it up a bit, it could very well come in handy. But I still don't get it. Why did he go after me in the first place? Do neither of you really get why that boy picked on her? In a way, there really was no reason at all. Except to say that it was love at first sight. He really liked you, Minaka. Huh? At first, he probably just wanted to get to know you more with all his heart, but as we saw, he was less mature than we'd like to admit. He wanted to mess around with you so you'd pay attention to him. At his age, it's a pretty standard mentality towards someone you like, really. Whew. That was so fun. Come on, let me help out again if something comes up, okay? I think it'd be pretty cool to have a detective cat Digimon like that. I don't know. Cats are notoriously terrible at things. Oh. I gotta check that. Yes. You definitely helped us back there. So you have my thanks, Pete. Anyway, are you still not able to actually leave the confines of Kano Broadway's intranet? Yeah, I think it has to do with how old the network protocols are for the intranet are. It makes it hard to transfer data around. Could be I'm just stuck in the vacuum tube computer like how Baku was to that Digimon. There's still much to learn about what Pete truly is, it seems. Huh? Why do we call Pete Pete? Well, he's a cat. He was extracted from his own little time capsule, where he was frozen asleep all that time. Besides, opening enough doors and you're bound to... Do you really need a reason for it? Unlike the digital world, the real world is filled to the brim with things that have no real reason for being what they are. It's a simple pleasure in life that we're entitled to have as humans. Don't sweat it too much. Just kick back and enjoy it. Oop. We found a case. I have been booped. And we got a memory up. Yay. Pete's an important member of the team, so make sure you two get along, alright? Come to think of it, we're out of beans. Pick up some, would you? Use them all up, crafting a new recipe yesterday. How is Floof? Terrified of beans. Guilmon's property? Alright, we'll go do this real quick. Before we grab the beans. And... Do I have to use memory ups? I do. Sweet. Alright. We can now hold more memory. And how am I? Largely sleepy. Alright, we gotta send them to do something, though. Kyoko's coffee is terrifying. Yep. Puts the fear of coffee in you. Farm Island on the standby. I don't need more Garbo cases, so I guess we'll just... Command to... train. A tough course, I guess. So you have the nun with the gun? Yes, I have the nun with the guns. I still have no pride in it. Alright. Notably, that bit of text was missing a space. Kowloon 2's the worst for this. Do I see it? Can I pan the camera out? Nope, don't see it. Trundle along, Metal Greymon, on your giant steps that take you nowhere. Just full-on slide. What's my team at the moment? You'll see them when I finish this battle. But it's just sort of what I felt like. There we go, I got a Millie, I got a Metal Greymon, I got a Nightmon, and I got a Nun. And they're all terrible. Got the cat. See, I want them... It's got bodied by Runix. I mean, considering what I know of Digimon, that makes sense. Just deck you out in 2 turns. It's interesting that a mill strategy has become good again, considering how many, like, graveyard effects there are. But I think they mill you to banish, don't they? Master Duel, not Digimon. I knew what you were talking about. I said Digimon? Oh, well. I knew what you were talking about. Dork, I'll dork you. Alright. Right. Haven't lost this badly in ages. Yep. Yep, they're difficult to deal with. From everything I've seen, anyway. I still refuse to play Master Duel. It's not happening. Don't like me the gacha systems. Two cards left? Yep. Try to deck you out? Yep, that's how Runic works. They just deck you out. Send help. Just put the good boy Marin in your deck. Anytime he goes to the graveyard, he goes back in your deck. Or no, wait, is that only when he's discarded? I don't remember. I know good boy Marin can maybe help. Maybe. I think he gets banished, so it wouldn't help anyway. I don't think there's any help. Runic Exiles, yep. No helping. Yep. As always, the hand traps are on the bottom of the deck. I had a dream last night about League of Legends of all things. It's weird, because I haven't played League in, like, forever. You got milled? Yep. As do happen. Alright. Got the property, let's get out of here. Ah. Ah. Refuse to surrender unless you're forced to leave a duel early. Not those dual pass points. I mean, I guess. Most people I know have already completed their dual passes, so they'll just leave. You surrender, you don't earn points. That's dumb. I mean, I guess they just don't want, like, a bot auto-surrendering and getting everything, but it's still kind of dumb. Guess that's why self-mill desk or self-destruction decks existed. To prevent rage quitting? I don't think it's rage quitting. I think it's more to prevent bots. Self-destruction decks, yes. Self-burn. That was the term I was looking for. Just trundle along. Ah. Another news, you finally got an Edgewalker for your Cleric tribal deck. That's good. Meanwhile, I'm over here making dumb 40k lists. I have once again taken the bait and accepted being a team lead for a team tournament, which means I'm a leader. Alright, I found your stuff. May I come to Texas so you can play Commander? I don't have a Commander deck built right now. Also, no, I don't want to go to Texas. Alright. 13 decks. We have a problem. I think you have a hobby. There's a difference. Alright. Take the stairs. Yarby's collecting dice. Alright, I got medals for you. 1400? Sure. No take-backs. Alright, well. Got a thing. I waited like a good Digimon. Come on, scratch my head. I'll come see you again. Alright, scratch Wizard Date's head. Old bank bag full of D6s. Crown Royal bag with all the other dice. Yeah, got all sorts of dice. I need to get a set of D10s that I like. Give him all the head pats. Alright, we'll go head pat date. Buying more beans already? I suppose with more employees, the supply is used up that much faster. Come to think of it, when you head back, why don't you buy some takoyaki from the 3rd floor to go with your coffee? Only a child does no more than what they're asked. Go above and beyond, and you'll seem quite clever. No. Stop encouraging Kyoko. Oh. I got the coffee beans. What new horror will she create from these incredible beans that smell so good? Oop. Hello. I know you. Hey. Okay, then. Well. There's a poster on the wall Yuki was staring at. Nationwide B-level gourmet battle. Our restaurant becomes a culinary battleground. Grated yam, ramen, tuna scraps, gyoza. The famous massive frozen custard dim sum. Looks like this is what Yuko was looking at. This is a... Her mouth was definitely watering. Oh. Welcome to the office. Oh, thanks for doing the shopping. We were waiting for you to get back. As you can see, a client has arrived. Hello. Did your mouth water? Hello. Alright. Mouth watering? What are you talking about? This is our client. Yes. Yuko Kamishiro. Now then, Miss Kamishiro. What matter of case brings you to us? Okay. I want you to investigate my father. Chapter 5. Yuko Kamishiro. The search continues. You mean Mr. Satoru Kamishiro, the former president of Kamishiro Enterprises? Yes. He passed away last year. It was reported to have been a suicide, correct? No, that isn't true. My father would never kill himself. I'm sorry for the outburst. No, there's nothing to apologize for. But why do you believe he wouldn't do it? Do you have some proof that he wasn't suicidal? No, I don't. That's exactly why I've come to you. I see. Well, that makes sense. If you want clues, then you may want to start with Makoto Yamashina, whom I had you investigate the other day. He was a researcher for Kamishiro until last year. He left the company around the same time my father died, and then he disappeared. So you believe Yamashina is connected to your father's death in some way? Yes. Even if there's no direct connection, I'm certain he must know something about my father's death. So you had us investigate Makoto Yamashina as a prelude to this case, then. That was your way of testing us. Since you brought another case to us, that implies that we passed your test. I apologize. There are so few people around me who I can trust. I'm so very sorry for my little ruse. Yeah, I hope such an honest answer is proof that we have earned your trust. We shall investigate your father's death. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh. Please, excuse me for a moment. Hello? Yes? No? No, there's no problem. Yes? Yes? What? No, I'm alone. I understand. I'll be right back. Please wait for me head office, Miss Rai. Goodbye. I'm sorry, something came up all of a sudden. So it appears. Please leave the investigation to us. You have an idea for a Yu-Gi-Oh fanfic? Sounds terrible. Thank you very much. Goodbye for now. This could turn out to be a really big case. We've got to go all out and solve it. If all goes well, we could expose Kamishiro's past along with the company's inner workings. I should ask Detective Adeyoshi for his help. Alright, let's get started on the case. I'll go over the info on Makoto Yamashina again. While I'm doing that, I want you to go back out to his home and pay him another visit. I don't know if we'll get anything new, but, well, NVNG, I guess. NVNG. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. No, sorry, never mind, it's nothing important. Nothing ventured, nothing gained is something my father used to say a lot. It's an abbreviation for nothing ventured, nothing gained. My father said something different, though. Something ventured, something gained. I always thought it should be abbreviated as SVSG, but it's a rather elegant and refined expression, don't you think? Seems fine. Well, no need to think too deeply on it. That would be inelegant. Okay, enough of the chit-chat. Get on the case for me. The main characters are entered into a tournament themed around the Arcana and one of the different Arcana based on their deck. There's an Arcana archetype to Yu-Gi-Oh! Though, which is garbage. Thank you very much for your work on the case. Leave it to me. Alright. Off we go. Got EX Tyrannomon. Alright. You live in these condos. Made a joke you thinking of having someone with that archetype? Ah. Hey, sir? You're a step one. How many times do I have to tell you? I don't know any Kamishiro. No, like, you're asking if I've never heard of them? The first I heard of them was from you. No, it was before that. On the news, I think. Wait, no, maybe I heard it from my daughter? I don't know, ask my daughter. Ask Chica. I need to lie down. I suddenly feel dizzy. Chica? She said she was going to Shibuya, I believe. A new single from a band was going to be available for a limited time at Shibuya. Jimiken? No, that wasn't it. He really must excuse me. Let's go to Shibuya Records in Shibuya to talk to Yamashimu's daughter, Chika. Alright. Red Eyes player to be the fool, Dark Magician to be the magician, Blue Eyes to be the emperor. That's like really playing into like the old archetypes, most of which don't have good cards anymore. I think really you should probably try to contribute to like new archetypes. It's like maybe for magician have Exo Sisters or something. Be more interesting. Like an Xyz archetype for like the stars. Okay, hold on. Should be your records entrance. Go to the season 2 movie. Red Eyes represented potential and Blue Eyes represents power, hence the fool. Use Red Eyes. I don't know. I mean, as much as I like the Red Eyes archetype, a fool would use it, considering its complete lack of any synergies. Oh yeah, shop. Flare guard. So these guards. Barrier. Neat. So you have a question? Again? We just want to be left alone. Well, what is it now? What? About my dad? There's not really much to say. Until recently, my dad was a workaholic. He didn't even come home on his days off. But he seemed to change more recently. His focus shifted to taking care of his family. Not sure why exactly. Maybe something changed at his work? He's a cyber dragon protect. I'm not sure if Arcana would be. Before, I knew he worked for a place called the Nile Corporation, but... Shouldn't you be on your way? I don't have much free time either. Can I go now? Alright. What's up, boss? How did it go? Get any useful clues? Not really. The Nile Corporation. I hadn't thought there'd be a connection there. Also, is that Comic Sans? I think that's Comic Sans. The Nile Corporation. Our paths have crossed before. Detective Matayoshi looked into the company once before. My father was involved in that investigation too. They were following up on a hunch, apparently. Okay, you can look into the Nile Corporation for me. You might be able to get some info at the corporate pavilion near the Eden entrance. I'll look into the case files that my father and Detective Matayoshi put together back then. Alright, I'm counting on you. Keyword, Nile Corporation. Pavilion near the entrance. Whoop. You don't like Jimiken's songs? Just don't think about him, that's all. Is it daytime over there? It's night here. I went all over collecting data. Good job today, Mom. You want to punch Jimiken? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I kinda... Yeah. Yeah. Alright. Time to ask about ancient Egyptian rivers. Hurry it up, I'm busy. Did you know? Tell me about the Nile Corporation. Nile Corporation? Does sound kind of unfamiliar. Yeah, I'm sure I've never heard of it. Whatever, who cares about that? More importantly, what do you think about Eden's avatar system? You really satisfied with it? You don't even care, do you? With that face of yours? Of course you wouldn't. Damn. Alright, fine. Just be pretty over here. It's awfully nice if my kids could Also, we're gonna be playing like Kamishiro. That'll be with the Nile Corporation. It's a company created to research the Eden Avatar system, isn't it? I think they were bought out by a big company a long time ago, though. They aren't around anymore. Better head back to the office. Alright, well. So much for learning more. Is there anything that I need right now? Probably not. Probably pretty stacked on most things. Yeah. I'm good. To the office. And no one questions me just teleporting in. Blimpmon. Alright. Anything cool here? Yeah, still just hit D's for a lot of stuff. So how's things here? Well, hello there, young assistant. Getting used to work as a detective? Yeah, it's getting okay. What's with that look? You're looking at me like I'm not supposed to be here. Kyo-chan! I can tell you why I'm here. Well, something strange has happened. We can't find the Nile Corporation case files. So I thought I'd ask someone directly involved with the case itself. Of course you didn't find them all. The files are stored together at Kamishiro. At Kamishiro? I'm ashamed to have to admit this, but we had to leave the files there. Was that... this was that hunch of yours, isn't it? Yes. At the time, suspicions were raised that Kamishiro had acquired the Nile Corporation illicitly. Your father and I were investigating when we ran into a little problem. A problem? Pressure came down from up top. We were forced to abandon the case. At the time, we were also forced to hand over all case files to Kamishiro, too. So Kamishiro pulled the strings. That was a self-incriminating move, wasn't it? That was the implied understanding. Since we knew how bad it was, we decided to keep silent track of where the case files were stored. I kept track even after your father passed away. Now the files are being stored deep within the Avalon server, which is the main Kamishiro server. I'm sure it's in the part of cyberspace Kamishiro employees call the confidential database. And when I say I've kept track, it's not like I've confirmed the data's location firsthand. At best, it's conjecture based on info from scans of the environs. Call it my intuition. That's good enough for me. Well then, I say it's about time we had them return what they've been keeping for us. Listen to me, Kyo-chan. This is Kamishiro we're dealing with. How do you plan to get around the top-notch security of a world-renowned company? Let's learn from the case of the robbing rooster. We don't force our way through a closed gate. Instead, we employ strategy and have them open it for us. Whoa, hey. How? Now, is that even possible? A good detective makes the impossible possible. But we already have a rooster with our own lined up. Someone who can crow in just the way we need. And we'll get her to help us when it comes to infiltrating Kamishiro. Speak of the devil. Begging your pardon. Once again, you've arrived on time. This is my client, Yuko Kamishiro. Has there been any progress? Yuko Kamishiro? You don't mean the former president's... I see. No one would question her if she were to walk into corporate HQ. Who is this? Young lady, we need your assistance, please. Huh? What? Yeah. What? Huh? What? Nothing I like cutscenes. I see. What do you say? We really need your help with the investigation. That's fine. I want to know if my suspicions are correct as well, after all. But I am a minor, and as such, my authority within the company is rather restricted. I doubt I'll be able to do much more than get you into the lobby of the main office. Let me think about this. If I were inviting friends from school to take a tour, I shouldn't be an issue getting you into the lobby, I think. It'd be hard passing me and Kyo off as your friends. Worst case, they might recognize us too. So long as you could get my assistant in, that would be terrific. Could you manage that? But then how do we get to the confidential database? Do you have some means of doing that? I got the skills. Even if your assistant were a world-class hacker, I doubt it's even possible. Don't worry, I can become digital. I guess we're lucky I'm a cyber sleuth. Well, there we have it, Yuko. Leave the domain of cyber sleuthing to us. Very well, I'll go and get things set up. Cyber Sleuth, you just finished this game? Nice. I am stumbling my way through as a speedrunner with these cutscenes. What are we actually going to do, Kyo-chan? To get in? I have an idea, actually. Oh ho. There was this one case where I got my hands on a little program. I'm thinking of having it customized for my assistant, with the help of someone I know. Shall we get started with the preparations? My dear assistant, start by heading to Mirai Mikagura's place. Pronouncing the Japanese names is the thing I'm having the roughest time with. I've got nerve damage on a bottom lip, so... I got this? Alright. Let her know you're coming and why. You can get the details from her. Alright. Whoop. Thanks. Nice to have someone to say that. Get to bed early yourself. I've entrusted a dreadful task to you. Return at once things get dangerous. No need to worry. Where the heck was I going? It's not a case, is it? No. Alright. Where to go? Dailies completed. Yep. Arbormon. Alright. Try to speedrun. This is your first time playing. Good luck. I am not trying to speedrun this. I don't think so. I am a bit of a, where was I gonna go? Just... Sure. Let's play sometime. Bird. No. That's not what I wanted. Player. With the ninja ostrich. Great. I wasn't paying attention and now I don't know where to go. I have to go to the offices. What do you want me to do? Go find Mirai Mikagura. Don't tell you where, do I? Right. Right. I remember who Mirai is. Literally me every other mission because he wasn't paying attention to the dialogue. I try. I try. Hey, is it true you're taking a break from school? Sounds like tons of fun. But all the detective work is keeping me pretty busy. Did I get all the DLC mons? No, they're still in the box. My preparations are complete. Go ahead, take this program. Got hacking skill stealth hide. No, it's a hacking skills program repurposed from the Baku program Kyoko gave me. By using this, you'll be able to almost perfectly mask your account information. Effectively, you'll be invisible. Given your half-cyber body, you should be able to use that skill not only in cyberspace, but in the real world as well. The skill could potentially be used for a wide variety of crimes. Crimes! We're gonna go do cat crimes. What are the mons for the field guide? No. Waiting for later. Given your deepening bond with Digimon, I trust you won't use it for evil purposes. That's a really misplaced trust, Mirai. I'm pretty shenanigans. That was rhetorical, dear. I see y'all. You are a cyber sleuth, no? Someday you must expose my secrets. I got in touch with Kyoto. Things went well, it seems. I'm sure you have many questions, but start by focusing on the relevant case. I heard from Yuko Kamishiro earlier, and you've been invited to Kamishiro Corporate HQ. Special visit URL. Access this URL to access an account with privileges to tour the corporate office. Privileges are limited to the lobby, but that should be enough to get you in without too much more trouble. We've had our rooster crow. Now, to set the fox loose in the henhouse. You've gotten some handy hacking skills, I know, but you'll need to think on your feet in there. Be the wolf in sheep's clothing. I'll take all your cunning skill and bravery to sneak on and waltz out with the grand prize. Also, for the record, Detective Matayoshi isn't involved with obtaining and using hacking skills for this case. Keep that in mind. Now then, let's get this job done. It's better. Oh, let's go for URL for Corporate HQ. Oh, God. Farm 1 training command complete. Please give a command to the Digifarm. Even with some useful hacking skills, play it by ear and proceed with caution. Well, good thing I'm right here. Let's just investigate, I guess. What mons do I got? I got a Gatomon. I got a cosplayer. I got a Nightmon. I got a Metal Greymon. I got a Mechanical Bee. I got Tyrannomon. I got a Gabumon. Where's the one I named after you? It's the... Where is it? I got a Dragon. I got a Gardramon. I got a Wizard Dade. I got a Ghost. I got a Nutboy. I got a Fox. I got Life Regrets. I got another Dragon Yug. And I got a Ninja Ostrich, I think someone said. And I got a Golden Robot. You love Nannymon? You're objectively wrong. It's Danny DeVito. Alright. So, I guess I can go grab the dudes. I just don't want to. Like, I don't care about the DLC stuff right now. I'd rather just play the game normally. Like, it came with this edition of the game. Oh, God. Why? So, I'm expecting great results. Leave it to you. Oh, yeah. It's a URL. So, I gotta go with... just suck into the TV. It's fine. Nannymon is literally a Tamagotchi that crossed into the Digimon multiverse by accident. That is his canon backstory. Alright. Kamishiro Enterprises. It's very orange compared to what I anticipated. You're so late. Got exhausted just waiting for you. You're so late. I got ultra super worried. Oh, not that I was worried about you, see? Don't get the wrong idea or anything. Oh, okay. This took a turn. Maddie, I need you to pretend that you're my friend here. Just follow my lead, alright? I mean, you sounded more like... Is there anything the matter with that? You can pretend to be my friend, right? A school friend? A normal friend? It is socially awkward and it's adorable. I'll be your friend? Yeah, I'll be your friend. That's odd. Were the files I dug up on friendship mistaken? Huh? You want me to act like I normally do? Well, I'm not sure I quite get what you're saying. If it's true, then you and I are already friends after a fashion, no? I mean, yes. Okay, I see. That was just a joke that fell flat, right? That was part of the plan, right, Maddie? Things got a little too real for me there. I forgot to let myself play along. Which means... what I mean is you've done your homework. I seem to have misjudged you. Ugh. She's trying. Anyway, welcome to Kamishiro. Okay, let's pretend to tour the lobby. I'll pretend to show you around. You could just actually show me around, and I'll sneak off eventually. What? You're going to strike out on your own? Yep. But what's your actual plan for getting in? Stealth. What? How does a person just vanish both the avatar and the account info? Skills. Miss Yuko, where's your friend gotten off to? What? But my friend has, we're, playing, hide and seek. Roll for bluff. What? Hide and seek? Yes, that's right. Is there some problem? No problem, per se. This is a perfect place for hide and seek. It's so spacious. I suppose it is. Sure, there certainly is a lot of space here. By the way, I'm it. Well, good luck, I guess. Thank you. I'm going to find my friend. Just you watch. That's the spirit. Well then, give it your best shot. Say hello to your friend for me. Alright. He says hello. Well, at least she's trying. A program that seals an account. And this requires Digimon program hacking skills, which is completely illegal, I'll point out. Yeah. But you and Kyoko did say that cyber sleuthing was your area's expertise, so that's reassuring. When you're finished, meet me here. We'll leave together. Please try not to take too long. There's a limit to the time we can spend pretending to play hide and seek. Alright. I'll see you later then. Alright. Think on my feet. If I don't see any place to connect jump into, look around. Go invisible so you cannot be detected by others. Your account info will be hidden so you can investigate without leaving a trace. Eep, Maddie? Don't play around. Finish this quickly. That avatar. What servers can it access? Avatars are just data. Can I connect jump into it? Wait. What? Oh my god! Oh, we got cats. Shoot the cat, it's fine. Alright, let's go right, I guess. And then more right. Oh, dead end. Oh, hey. Huh. Neat. Just shoot him, it's fine. Speaking of, I should probably constitute those two Digimon. Bukamon's finally at 100%. Guess there's another item over here. My greed will get the better of me. I already did a Nyaromon. SP capsule. Dude. There's a dead end. Aw, there's nothing in it. Now I'm disappointed. Just bang. Just cruel and unusual. Alright. Dude. Let's go. No, that's dead end. So we'll go with dead end first. What? Fine. Dude. Dead end. Item. Some HP spray, eh? Seems like it's nothing special, just kind of garbage stuff. One Gabumon. And put a cap in him. Dude. Swing by here. It's gotta be something, right? So fast. Alright. I was gonna say, the wildly varying difficulty of things is really throwing me off. Alright. Revival capsule. Alright. I think we've collected all the garbage. Hey, we could make a Gabumon. What's the max level for my people? 51, 81, 40, and 51. So we're getting there. Let's actually do a small swap. We're gonna do a lot less damage, but I think we should be fine. Nothing seemed particularly difficult here. Oh, hello. Can't say I saw this coming. Confidential database should be here somewhere. Let's keep moving. Oh, jeez. It's a maze. Brainwern is here. What the hell is this thing? Something like said brainworm. Brainworm? Sticky net. Cross attack combo. Bang. Dude. Alright. Let's get one over here. Braunworm. Guess I've been reading a lot of Scion stuff. Oh! The mechanical bee is here! I didn't think I was gonna run into him. Uh-oh. That's bad. Remember that bit I said about the difficulty being weird? He has come to correct me on it. Hey, I like my speed. Gods above and below. I'm going to need to make some pronunciation guide one day. Is it closer than most? Alright. Beep. Just bust a cap in him, it's fine. Just call him DM, because his username started with DM. Ah. Let's go for this one first. Did I watch Digimon and play Warframe? New update dropped yesterday? Huh. I know very little about Warframe. I tried it briefly, and the hours it took to do anything, and only having limited slots for frames without significant investment, made me like, nah, I think I'm okay. That and I played it on Switch, which I'm told is not the best version of it. How are things going? I believe my assistant was in the middle of an operation when I noticed the connection link drop. Yes, there's nothing out of the ordinary here. Everything's going according to plan. Nice new stuff on Warframe. It's a grind. There's some impressive skills. Yes, I was a bit surprised myself. Switch version is the worst version? Alright. To see how adept Maddie has gotten at using Digimon programs. No, I'm talking about you, Yuko Kamishiro. The way you arrange the tour of the office and the way you've been responding to everything. You're quite good at thinking on your feet. I'd say you're an old hat at this sort of thing. Just who are you exactly? I don't know what to say. I'm just me. I don't know who else I'm supposed to be. Huh? Was there something else? Uh-oh, we've been made! What was that just now? We could be in trouble. Seems our conversation is being eavesdropped on. In all likelihood, someone has placed a wiretap program on your Digivice in the real world. I should have noticed it sooner. It takes some real skill to finagle this specific frequency. Whoever's doing this knows their stuff. Eavesdropping, but that means... Yeah, I hate to make this call, but you need to pull out of there ASAP. Consider it a valiant retreat of sorts. Slow and steady wins the race. This line of work requires a patient and diligent disposition. But Maddie's still inside. Yes, I doubt it'll be easy to get the abort mission order through. But Maddie's my assistant, and should be able to figure something out. But that's... We're not in a position to worry about anyone else right now. Hurry up and get out of there. I'll wait for whatever caused my assistant's little vanishing act to wear off. On our way out, it should be possible to cover your tracks and employ some misdirection from the outside. It's too risky to keep this conversation going. I'm going to cut the line. Oop. That looks like a thing. Hacking code scan. Analyze the project code and unlocks it. Make it possible to access encrypted data and browse information. Code scan. Accessing server. Data download complete. Steal your stuff. Man, it treats people like crap too. Devil Pack Attacker. Hey, knock it off! Oop. Ugh, is there even a reason why we're on lookout duty? Oh, Zaxxon works for actual hacking. I know, right? Kamashiro's security missions are top tier. No one's getting through that easy. What are you scared of? Oh no, feel an electric sneeze coming on. I should explain what that is. It's a physiological phenomenon the digital body experiences during a dive into the digital world. Essentially, there's no difference between that and a sneeze in the real world. It's just a sneeze. It's a type of involuntary movement that your body can't hold back. And right now, it's not the time for one. What a pain, man. What a pain. Tell you to knock it off. This is where they're messing about. I'm sure I heard that somewhere. Yep, Ashun. Yeah, something would definitely show up like... What the what? I stole my local store's Mountain Dew Pitch Black. Where did you pop up from? Who the heck are you? You actually managed to break in? MC breaks the fourth wall to explain sneezing. Yep. But this is Kamishiro we're talking about. Who the heck are you? So, like, what are we gonna do with this dweeb? What are we gonna do? What we were ordered to do. Take care of the intruder. Hey, you, what are you doing here? Oh, hello. Oh, snap. Yugo! What the heck's Yugo doing here? How the heck would I know? Do you have fake Kamishiro employee IDs, or... No, you were given access privileges, right? Someone from Kamishiro hired you. Who was it? Who brought you here? Hey, like, who knows, am I right? We don't gotta answer to you. Do we? You mean to bring shame to the Zaxxon name? Yeah. Yahoo! Oh god, he's back. Word up! Everyone's here, lols! I hate him so much. It's really him, Jibikin and his air guitar to drive demons wild. It's him. Yes, I am Jibikin. Yahoo! Thank you very much, Yuga. Lols. The lols. No! What a coincidence running into you here. Such a coincidence that it rocks. Lols. You can't use lols as punctuation. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? See, that's a line. I could work with this. You're wrapped up in this too. What's going on here? Jeez, what indeed? What could it be? Let me throw the same question right back at you. So, like, why? Why are you here? Lols. Yeah, just get a bit grating. Lols. By which I mean, is that your excuse? Lols. Lol. Lamau, catch your tongue. I see lols. That makes sense. Lol, 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 lol. Let me guess, you can't tell me, can you, Yugo? You pretty little thing. Legend of Zelda? Yeah, I prefer Legend of Zelda. But any dang way. On to more important things. Let's say that I owe you pretty big for the other day, uh-huh. As my special way of saying thank you, I'll knock you out black and blue. How's about you be good little boys and girls? And become my new #1 fans! No, no. If you drop the lols, then maybe, but no. 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 Oh, 2 of something that I beat the shit out of multiple times. I wonder how I'll deal with this problem. Well, I'll probably do this. Just cuz. And then, I don't know, maybe a little of this. Oh geez. Okay, they have a lot of health. And actually do decent damage. Okay, sometimes do decent damage. Spread some damage around. Also have pretty inflated stats, if you haven't noticed already. I've noticed sometimes with, like, a couple of different things, but it's just, like, it's so inconsistent. There we go. That's damage. Yet another reason that hard mode from the start was a bad call. Alright, you win. Yes, some attack charge. Oh yeah, I guess I'm using mostly magic damage, aren't I? Probably not gonna do much then. Oh, nope, critical. Well, the fire damage isn't gonna help, but just make it hurt. Just a cap. Bap, bap. Just more holy light. Can you feel it? I don't know, can I? Wait, defense down, attack up. Okay, sure. Well, just gonna take advantage of that defense down real quick. And maybe do one of these. And some more of this. His attack's pretty up. Power of nipple missiles. Yep, that's the good shit. Miss! I call hacks. Panic Wisp. Ow. Oh, I'm panicked. Now is the time to panic! Take a nap. Just immune to all status conditions, eh? Oh, uh-oh. 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 There we go. Not as good as nipple lasers. Eh. There we go. Hey, 2 memory ups. I'll take that. To the bank. Oh, say what? Hang lols on lols. What is... What? These Digimon are hella weak. This ain't rock. I ain't fooling around either. Bust status immunity is lame. Remove certain strategies. Yeah, I had that problem throughout Code Vein. Hold on, what? Today's been kinda... my throat's all... kinda messed up. You picking up this mess I'm putting down? Alrighty, on that note, lols. Yeah, I'm with you, Yugo. I'm with you. You should get out of here fast. I've disabled security in the surrounding area. If you go now, you should be able to get out safely. Oh. There, I got through. Abort mission. Get out of there now. Oh, you found the case files. Oh, the more reason to hurry and get out. Our plans were leaked to the enemy. I don't know how bad the damage is. For right now, just be careful. Yeah, but I want to get Wormmon. He's an adorable worm. Mon. Man, I've just been in this lobby this whole time. The office has been in an uproar for a while now. Was everything alright? Did you find... or they didn't find you, did they? Wormmon is friend shape? Yes. I see, then they're probably using all this hacker business to clean things up. I doubt Kamishiro would publicly admit to being infiltrated by hackers. It'd be a huge scandal. I'm guessing they'll keep this under wraps. Let's return to the detective agency then. Man, it'll be nice, me getting like 20 seconds to be allowed to go into my inventory and use those memory ups. Never underestimate an opponent, I suppose. You think someone was eavesdropping? Either way, we got the data we wanted. All's well that ends well and all that. Okay, let's check our spoils. Game tends to do that. There should be details of the illegal corporate buyout by Kamishiro in those files. There's information on the Nile Corporation as well. Here it is, the file on Makoto Yamashina. Yes, yes. He was the lead researcher at Nile back then. Seems he was a man who took quite a lot of pride in his research. But he changed his line of work and insists he's never even heard of Kamishiro, despite their having bought out his own former company. What's wrong, Kyo-chan? This is very interesting indeed. There's another lead researcher at the Nile Corporation besides Makoto Yamashina. Akemi Suedo. Yes, I think I remember that guy. A misanthropist. He hated to be with other people and hardly left an impression. Why? What's he got to do with anything? I don't know the exact details, but Akemi Suedo is said to be one of the architects of the foundation of the Eden Network. Eden? Suedo was... His main research was on turning human thought into data. The avatar system that forms the backbone of Eden's virtual reality service was brought about almost entirely because of his work. But to think that he did that all while at the Nile Corporation. Say, Kyo-chan, could you let me handle this case for a bit? I've never stopped thinking about it. I want to go back over it one more time. Real thorough. I've already named one Claude Sire! Doing it my way, I mean our way. If a true detective like you says so, I have no reason to deny you. Sorry, going to borrow these files. Go right ahead, say hi to my dad. Okay, see you later then. Just make it shiny Claude Sire then. Well, there we are. A tired true detective will continue the case. I'm gonna have like 10 guys named Claude Sire by the end of this. I don't see a problem. I figure we continue to assist with the investigation, of course. If you'll excuse me then. We have our sorrows and our joys. I appreciate all your efforts here. This investigation involves some pretty thrilling stuff, even for a detective. You must be exhausted, body, mind, and soul. Relax for a while. I just want to use my memory up. A worried client and a puzzling case are calling. You're certainly in good spirits. But what I mean is that you should rest where you can. That's one of your responsibilities, too. Okay, you can ignore it. Because there will always be times when the cases won't wait, and you won't be able to rest. So you should rest now while you can. Don't waste the window of opportunity. You're not convinced? You must be overflowing with energy. Alright, I've got some work to give you. A special job that only you can do. You don't mean a guinea pig for your latest caffeinated concoction? Such a rudimentary conjecture. No, your being a test subject was furthest from my mind. I was planning on giving you a treat. Let's try to match things to your tastes this time. Alright, to start with, which do you prefer? Salmon roe or sea urchin? I recommend both, personally. Next, I was thinking about adding in some stew. What do you think as far as ingredients go? Well, what would you like? Carrots, potatoes, beef, mushrooms? Or we could just throw all of them in. I would like to save, yes. Okay, what's our next move going to be? I think we need to get more information after all. We've got the digital waves happening all over the place, the mysteries, plus your half-cyber body. Plus there's the Kamishiro case that Matayoshi is working on. There's a lot we need to keep our eyes on. Oh, my, we have a visitor. Prefer... Okay, thanks, bye, runs away and not suffer any coffee-related incapacitation. Well, so this is Matayoshi's secret weapon. Whoa, something is fishy. What's going on here? It's the coffee. Welcome to the reliable and experienced Karemi Detective Agency. Do you have a case for us, Assistant Inspector Makiko Dete of the Cyber Crimes Unit Special Office? You already know everything about me. That makes this even fishier. Well, I've taken the liberty of looking into you, too. That makes two of us, I guess. We'll meet again. Fishy, you say? That's a rather lackluster way of putting things. For someone as unique and individualistic as their word and fashion choices, Assistant Inspector. What? When you say fishy, but what exactly do you mean by that, I wonder? Is there actually some foul stench you've turned up? Or is that just a figure of speech? You've piqued my curiosity. Hey now, what's that got to do with anything? Well, since you know so much already, I'll just cut to the chase. You're helping Matayoshi with this investigation, correct? Then that means you're helping me with my investigation as well. Right? I wish they put, like, a crack knuckle sound in there. Oh, but of course. She's a very typical police officer. As lowly detectives, we cannot abrogate our duty to assist the police. Isn't that right, Maddie? My duties are yours, and your duties are yours. Carry them out with the fullest. Oops, I have to be going. I have an appointment with a client. Hope she doesn't recognize me. Ha! You were thinking dirty thoughts, weren't you? What? No, I wasn't. I wasn't. Nope. Okay, you're under arrest. Wait, what? What am I under arrest for? Serial disappearances in Akibara? She's laying out a little too seductively for me. You've heard the rumors about the Akiba disappearances. Nearly 10 people have gone missing in Akihabara. Half of them haven't been officially reported yet, and it hasn't been developed into a major case. But for a bunch of grown-ups to suddenly vanish, poof, voila, without a trace for no reason, in the span of a measly 2 months, that's weird, I'm telling you. This is a big deal. But as far as Top Brass is concerned, since there isn't any valid connection between these incidents, we don't really have a case. But my gut's telling me to investigate this. You got a problem with that? Then shut up and let me do my job. I'm not interrupting you. I lost my cool and started yelling at the Top Brass, at which point Matayoshi had to smack some sense into me. So the higher-up stepped back and left me alone. Matayoshi saved my bacon yet again. Be that as it may, I finally got why that stubborn old man would back away from that case so quickly. He used his secret weapon for an investigation. So there should be no complaints if I use it too, then. Yeah, you do understand. Let's get down to business. I got data on the Digivice. I just sent you a list of people who have gone missing, the Akiba disappearances. We don't have much in the way of details, because it's not an official case. To defeat the Huns. I used my gut to help pick out individuals here in Tokyo who might have a connection to any of the missing persons. What, you have a problem with that? No, Oh shoot, Matayoshi's calling me. Alright, I've gotta go. You should gather info on the people on that list for now. Something is bound to turn up. Some person in common, a place, a shared hobby. That's how it is on TV, right? All the time. Oh, God. Oh, and do not tell Matayoshi about this. If word gets out, you know what'll happen. So long as we're clear on that. I don't like it when she smiles. It's disturbing. Alright. Off she goes. How'd it go? Did you youngsters have fun? Ugh, I'm surrounded by people who sit seductively and wear open shirts. Keyword, Akihiba disappearances. Jokes aside, we're caught up with a pretty rough customer now. That's your... No, that's my karma at work. Regardless, you look into the case, so I expect you to do a good job. I'll stay out of the Detective Matayoshi's way by not making any moves out in the open. Relax though, I'll still be supporting you. Dog Bell is trying to steal my snacks. including a pitch black. Let's get down to it. What are you planning to do? I guess I'm gonna go talk to people. See, get info on the missing persons from Akihabara. A detective needs to treat Ed the same path over and over again, but I can tell you know that already. By the way, when I checked fishy, it had meanings like shady, dubious, and tricky. And certainly a detective might unknowingly take on a fishy air, I suppose. But I think that's just a front, and I'm not alone in that. As it is, you're an unconventional cyber sleuth. I'm looking forward to catching a whiff of whatever stench you wind up emitting. I feel insulted. Oh god, 7 messages. Oh god. Alright. For some reason, talking to you soothes me. Okay, relax. Come back again? I'll see. We'll give soon, patient. Hey, is it true this human food that looks like clouds? I want to touch it. It's probably cotton candy. I'm sure it tastes like cows. They got an investigation. Oh god. So what is student candidate help with it? Still heaps of things I don't understand, but for now, thank you. I wish I had more info on your father. Leave it to Kyoto's underling to get a hold of some top-secret documents. Mr. Masayoshi learns that I asked you to investigate the incident on toast. Oh. What'll happen if I get arrested? just what if I just don't? Phrasing. Alright, what do we got? Some trash. Alright, Sumimon. Items. Yep, a farm case. A useless-ass farm case as usual. Alright. So go to Kowloon 2. Alright. Let's do some stuff. Let's get them to get... I guess cases and items. I don't want to spend the money for it. It's been gloriously useless. Alright. Let's go with... We need a Kuramon. And what else haven't we gotten? We haven't gotten Impmon. It's a lot of 200% scan data. Yep. And we got... What else were we going? We need Pagumon specifically. And... I think we did Nyaro already. And... There's a lot which I haven't done, but... I'm not too, like... Not dying to do it right now. Alright, so... Get this... 2-team... This... 2-team... And... This... 2-team, so I can rename them. I'll give strawberries in one piece. Alright. So, we got a second one. Because I'm a woman of my word. The points were spent. And then this will be... Bro and... And then... Obsidian... Jacob. There we go. Always convert them, use all the XP via load Digimon function. That's a W, not an N. Darn. I can't spell today. There we go. Isobel? Yes, that's a 0. Alright, hold on. What else do we got here? that I haven't done anything with. I think we don't have a Biomon yet, strangely enough. So let's do a Biomon. Move Digimon. So let's put you in here for now. Grab you out. The second Clodsire. Alright, and then you become... Bell. There we go. We live by the code of the points. Alright, let's go stats. Oh, nope. I mean, I can have him in. That's not bad. I actually do like that Mon, so it's not the worst thing in the world. Stats. So, Nimble. Searcher. Alright, Isabelle should be in the farm then. We'll swap with... I think Wizard Dade's not special. Dude. Stats. Durable. Nimble. Brainy. Durable. Lively. Nimble. Durable. Let's actually take a peek. So, Fighter. Let's grab you. I'm gonna try to put, like, just, like, the ones that have the personalities for it on the farm. Especially because I don't need to do stuff fast anymore. Or, like, maybe people I want to train. He's a builder, so he stays. The Nut Boy is also a builder, so he stays. Dan, I know, is a searcher. I think my only searcher. Actually, no, I got a new searcher now. Korok is lively. Oh, God. Alright, you go to the bank. And Cuddlepest is nimble. So, bank ya. Short Bus is lively. I'm gonna look at the others. Lively, lively, searcher. Yeah. So, lively and lively. Other Clodsire. Cool. So it gives us a generality. We've got... Oh, he's a builder. Fuck, alright. Go to the farm island, I guess. Much as I kind of like the bee. I like the bee a lot. But we want things that actually will contribute to being good later. So, all of them... Let's see, is there anyone we want to, like, grab in the team for a bit? Let's... We got 15 space. Oh, jeez. See if I do end up rescuing this stuff. The rest is up to you. You're right, thanks. Alright. Excellent. Alright. Where'd you leave your garbage? Dude. Guess I'm surprised. Part of me is surprised I don't have more Builder and Searcher, but the other part of me is like, oh yeah, there's literally a patch to turn people into it. Also, man, I am low on health, but it's not going to matter for this area. Looked into the Digivolution lens for Kuramon to see that Could be in Oh Boys, cool shit by Endgame. I say Digivolution lines make no sense, so it could be whatever. I wouldn't know, because nothing has to make sense. I tried to rely on shapes, and I got this cosplaying none. There is no logic in this house. Because I'm like 6 chapters in. Well, I don't have another farm yet. It'd be nice to have like a second farm that just does training. Don't diss none with gun, they're good. I can't deny she's good. It's just... She came out of left field. She was a tiny, adorable moon rabbit. And I'm like, that's kind of the same shape as the moon rabbit. And then we got this. This nun. With guns. You mean a VTuber? Oh my god, she is basically a VTuber. Just considering that we're digital. Wait, does that mean I'm a VTuber? No. It is on my to-do list to get an Isabelle VTuber avatar at some point, but it's a pricey endeavor that I'm not super concerned about getting at the moment. I also don't know any good artists who actually do that kind of work. Still a fairly new type. I've been recommended like programs to do it myself, and I'm just like, nah, if I'm gonna do it, I want it pro done. I just got my new banner done for Twitch and that was just, I like working with artists. I like knowing that it is something uniquely mine that was properly commissioned, not just I used this creator to make a character. Woo. Woo. Alright, come on. Yeah. I say there were more sections to the Kima company area that I didn't check out. I'm wondering if I can get back there, or if I'm gonna have to go back there eventually later in the game. Alright. There we go. Leave. Alright. I'll take 6 party memory. There we go. Are you happy? I got half of them. Or I got 2 of them. 2 bank. And 2 bank. Alright. Yeah. Alright, move. Oh my god, it's adorable. Crusadermon is one of my favorites, so the fact that one of them is available as... There we go. It's all of her stuff. Leopardmon NX. Alright. Let's look at them all. We got... Oh my god, he's tiny and adorable. Why is he tiny and adorable? Max level's 99, so I imagine they're just good to go as they are. Oh my god. They're fucking tiny and adorable. I've never heard of this Digimon before. They're based on toys? Oh. So you're telling me I could get this toy, and it could be on my shelf right now. Not saying, just saying. Yeah, I don't know who Alphamon is. Or Leopardmon, but I know the other three. A couple of them aren't real, most of them are. Oh. Well, now I'm sad. I just want a real Crusadermon figure. Alright, I'm guessing we can go to Akiba now. Maybe Bergamon. I want to look at what medals I have. I'm gonna gloriously waste time while I have 20 minutes left rather than get into a 30-minute cutscene. So of 200 abilities, they are in fact capped out on potential points, so you can max them without training. Huh. Neat. Hey! Alright, I want to see the medals. Show me the collection. So we got an Agumon Expert. Lovely. Got an Arcadiamon. Oh, they're 3D! Huh. Huh. The milestone rewards are pretty good. Oh, shit. Arbormon. It looks kind of like he's made out of wood. I'm disappointed he's not more made out of wood. We got Armadillomon. Classic. Got Ninjamon. Ikakumon. Classic. Impmon. Looking good. Some of the medals are mislabeled. Awesome. Wizardmon. Woodmon. See, wood is wood. Arbor is also wood. I would expect it to be something like this. Upamon. It's Upin. EX Tyrannomon. It's adorable. Eddie Bergamon. Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order? I want him to serve me like... Oh god, I want him to serve me at like A&W. He looks like he should work at A&W. With a sesame seed bun hat. Yeah. He should work at A&W. Otamamon. Gabumon and Kapurimon. Kapurimon, I think, turns into Crusadermon through, like, the main line. Gyomon. Kunemon. Gummymon. Pajamatone. Kuramon. That's not Otamamon? Might not be Otamamon. Alright. Page 2. We have 11 of them. We got Karamon. We got Koromon, a classic. I do not understand how these are organized at this point. We got Shellmon. It's not Otamamon. It's an automaton. I was grinding the gacha machines. Giarimon. Isn't that like the baby Gyomon? Sukamon. Poop. Everyone's favorite. Starmon. Sunomon and Sumemon. Gamba. Tentomon, Togemon, Dodomon, Dorugamon, Nanimon, Nyaromon, Pagumon, Hagurumon, Pabumon. Come on. Whoop. Good old Yokomon. We got the classics. Vidramon. He's looking sharp. Black Gatomon. Blimpmon. I was gonna say, I assume the color of the coin indicates what rank they are, because Gatomon's generally champion, so that would mean this thing, Blimpmon, a giant blimp, is only a champion. Blue Marimon being an ultimate as a red. Which is funny, because normal Marimon is just a champion. Peckmon. Bodamon. Poyomon. And the blues are in training. Dude. Minomon. Cute little Wormadam. Got 5 on this page. So we've got Mojiamon. Yukimi Bodamon. So Rise Greymon. Ooh. I have not seen that version of Greymon, but he's got a gun! He's got a gun! Leomon. Show that the English dub Wormmon is also Xemnas from Kingdom Hearts. That makes sense. Wanyamon. And we have 0 on this page. Raise Greymon got a gun. Whoop. Thank you for everything. I sent you something. Just thanks. Excellent. I can get Rise Greymon. I can get Greymon with a gun. Hooray. I've never been happier. Pururumon. That's a new one. Just planning that all Greymon team. Oops, all Greymons. Actually, now there's a new chapter. Can I get more stuff? Nope. Greymon Tribal. I was gonna say, I heard in the Digimon card game, Crusadermon is actually, like, meta. Kapurimon. I think I had Kapurimon already. And go to Akibara now. Whoop. Alright. This humble one is just a Mimitan fan. I heard on the Mimitan forums that there's a private Mimitan event here in Akiba. Tell me about the disappearances. Disappearances? What? Mimitan's been spirited away? Mimitan has passed away into the land of Akiba? What's with the situation straight out of my animus? Man, not only is your charisma maxed out, but your fantasies are top class too. Eek, scary. In the face of someone with such high stats, how am I supposed to respond? Okay. Okay. Just stop all traffic, it's fine. Ooh, hey, a shop. Poison recovery. Just all the recoveries? Yeah, just all the recoveries. Ready to come home, master? I promise furry personal service. Teehee! Tell me what the interference is. Oh, I don't know. Forgive me. Oh, okay. That was useless. Anyone else? Got Vadramon. I'm gonna do one more. And Raptordramon. Sadly, you can't get Rise Greymon off of Metal Greymon, so you either have to de-digivolve or use different Digimon. That's why I said we're gonna go Greymon Tribal. We'll get more Greymons. Oh no, no. Tell me about the thing. What? No way! Is this an investigation? Are you a cop? Oh, you're a sleuth. Then in that case, I have some information for you. I won't let go for free, though. What do you want? I'm not asking for much. I'm certainly not asking for money or anything. To tell you the truth, I'm in love. Pure, pure love. It was love at first sight for both of us. But here's her deal, right? She's shy. She maybe it's her first time being in love. She's so pure. Just a picture come to life. I've tried talking to her, but the words won't come out. So that's where you come in. I want you to go ask her something. Like, for her contact information. Her name, address, and her Digiline ID. Could you do that one thing for me? Because we're like friends and stuff, right? Best friends even. You are... No. No way. Really? You'll do it? You'll really do it? But it's really good info. Really, really super good info. Well, if you see her, be sure to hit her up for her contact info. What does she look like? She wears glasses, has long hair, she's very prim and proper. Oh, and she loves me. I lost track of her a while ago, Akibahara. Though she might still be here. Oh, she works as a florist. If you ask her, they'll know. So I guess I'll see you around. Florist staff. I just want to know about these disappeared persons. Alright. Once more from... Oh, hey. Golemon medal. Oh, hey. Gatsumon. Unimon. Wait, are the different colored ones for different types of Digimon? No, because that's Biyomon. Biyomon's a rookie. Monodramon. Just kidding. I'm addicted to gambling. Yes, the machines have different stocks. Ooh, Beelzemon. BM. A Beelzemon with bad manners? What should I buy now? So many choices. Do I work at a flower shop? No, not me. Oh, so you want to ask? You? Which is better, this way or that? That way? No way. This way is so much better. But we'll go get the spreadsheet. I don't think I'm gonna 100% it. I'm just gonna screw around with it. Cross them off, Flores. I'm a dutiful maid. Keep track of what medals I got from each gacha machine. Ah. Alright. Yeah, you're still present? Please leave. Yes, Florist? What are you talking about? There's some guy who's obsessed with you. What? Why am I looking at that person? Well, because that weird guy is stalking me. So I'm hiding here until that creep goes away. Yep. Saw it coming. I'd hate for him to follow me home. By the way, who are you? You wouldn't happen to be... No, see, I'm an investigator. He's an idiot. That weird guy hired you to ask after me? Yeah. Can you tell him something for me? I'm totally turned off by weird guys, and there's no way I would return the affections of a weirdo like him. Alright. Please, you have to do this for me. Yeah, I'll do it, ma'am. Don't worry. But I'm glad you came along. If I kept this up, I might have done something drastic. Die, Stalker, die. Stalker, directed by Tarkovsky. Stalker, unforgivable. Alright. Back around we go. Man, these guys at the traffic light must be so pissed. Like, traffic has been at a standstill for, like, minutes. Purely because the light won't change. Firamon. Raptor... Oh, I already had a Raptordramon. Now I'm sad. Alright. And then... Infirmon. Gold Numamon. Mushroomon. Locomon. Okay, I got a Locomon already, I think. Hey, you. You got some splaining to do. What was that pure love nonsense? Oh my god! Alright, Buster. Time to spill it. Yeah, quick. I'm so sorry. I'll tell you whatever you want. So, yeah, so there's this guy I know, okay? He's in and out, okay? From a certain forum meeting, okay? And the guy knows somebody, okay? Who disappeared in Akihabara, okay? And there are people, that guy knows somebody, who knows somebody else, who knows somebody, okay? And they're all disappearing, okay? Maybe, okay? Maybe that forum is related to the disappearances? Just my opinion, but I wanted to share it, okay? Where in this Eden forum? It's right here, the Comic Mania forum. Or the Kami Mami... Komi Mani forum. Ignore what I almost said. Thank you! You're welcome! Tired of your shit. Well, works when you lose sometimes. Anyway, I got the info. Gotta go to the Kami-Mami forum. Kami-Mami, no! No! While I'm on my way, I think I'll skip reporting in on Kyoto. I don't gotta tell you what happens if I find you slacking at your job, do I? Well, yep. We're doing okay over here. Comrade from the motherland. Oh, dang it. The Beelzemon BM. Yep, same cars. Still unable to move in traffic because I'm here. I could have left on the other side. But I had to, you know, BM walk in front of the traffic one more time just in case. Just to really rub it in, you know? Alright. Wait, hold on, is there... No, this is just a vending machine with... Oh, the Edinburghamon I already had. And he's adorable, but I already had him. I didn't have to stop to get it, right? Say something. Leave all the details you. Just report once you made some progress. Well, I have made progress, and so that I don't forget where I need to go, let's go to the forum, which is a tiny little area. It's the Kanamkania forum with the Kami-Mami. Komi-Mani, for short. Let's get to the missing individuals. Okay, there's lots of talking to do. Alright. But that said, I have to get ready to go somewhere, so that is going to have to be where I call it for today. Oh, I hope I don't have to say that word too many more times. Enjoy plans, stay hydrated. I will. For those interested, next stream will be on Sunday, 2 p.m. It will be some Link's Awakening DX. I have promised Vivify this go-around because it's been a few weeks without it, so if you want to screw around with me for a bit, then that is your time to do so. And then Tuesday, we will be doing Code Vein. It will be the first stream that I toss the online on as we try to do the Towers of Trials, because we need levels, and I want to figure out more about how the multiplayer works in that, which might not turn out well for me, but we'll find out, because I do have a goal. I want to start routing speedrunning for it. That said, thanks everyone for coming out. I hope you enjoyed. And we got a bunch of new Digimon, amongst other things. And, yeah, I'll see you around.